so I'm here at the Revolution Boxing MMA K1 gym, and I'm here with the gaffer himself, Mr. Neil Huntley. Neil, firstly, thank you for letting me be here and be part of this. Yeah. How you doing, man?
Awesome. Yeah, really good.
Good?
Really
got a big smile on your face?
Yeah.
Bags under your eyes?
Tired. Tired.
It has been, well, to be fair, it's been a busy 10 years. You're celebrating 10 years in April coming up as part of the gym, but you've been involved in the fight game for what, 30 years?
30 years, yeah.
Exactly.
So
like
next year will be 30 years, so two anniversaries, 30 years that I've been in martial arts and combat sports, and the 10 year of the Revolution Gym next April. So
does it feel like 30 years?
Feels like 60.
What's for anyone else who's like starting their path, or people that walk through the door and say I want to be a fighter, what advice would you give them from your 30 years of experience, that life experience, really?
Consistency. Consistency and not to give up attitude. Mm-hmm. It's because you will reap the rewards from the ups and downs and all the highs and the lows, from being a martial artist and sticking to that journey and seeing that journey out. I will guarantee you that pot goes at the end of the road, and through experience.
What first attracted you to martial arts? What's like? Do you know what? I'm going to go and do MMA because that seems fun.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it was karate to start with. Just obsessed 80s kid, born in the 70s, but 80s kid brought up. So having your videos, kickboxer, Bruce Lee, obsessed, just absolutely obsessed with martial arts, and Bruce Lee, Steven Seagal's, Jean-Claude Van Damme's, just all them, and just wanted to be a ninja as a kid. I can remember from age of 4 just wanting to be a ninja. Do you know what I mean? So it was when I stumbled across it at the age of sort of 14, 15, it was like a duck to water.
Really?
So I just felt like I knew how to do it.
So there was no like teething problems. You didn't just first step into the gym like, oh my life, there was actually some real big hard people here. None of that?
No, well there were, and it was, I think, before sort of restrictions came in and safeguarding policies. At the instructor, I've ended up becoming close friends, very best friends with the instructor's son. He was a couple of years younger than me, so I was also treated like his son. So if we were doing press-ups, we were getting kicked in the ribs. We was had to stand in horse riding stance, holding stuff out while I was getting hit with bamboo canes and on gradings and stuff. You can't do that now. It's some kids. So you get away with little bits, but not too much.
That leads me perfectly to the next question, because 10 years of the gym, what inspired you to set up the gym, and what lessons have you learned from your early experiences to someone walking through the door? What do you give them from that?
It's a strange one. Literally, this last 2 weeks, I've had a conversation of how the trajectory of what put me on this path, sort of going back into it. Obviously, I went through an horrendous thing where I got stabbed. Obviously, that's another story we can sort of speak about. And I was out of the game for sort of 5 years, not training, not coaching, nothing, not fighting, obviously, because I was told I was never fight again. But a close friend was on his way to work. A school friend, I went to school with him and stuff. He lived on my street, and we'd got back in contact after years of leaving school and stuff. And he was on his way to work, went through a railway crossing. He got earphones in, train come, hit him, killed him. So it was at the funeral. Obviously, I was a little bit tipsy and a bit drunk. I knew his family, knew his partner, and I promised to fight again. And I've not done anything for obviously a few years. I've put loads of weight on.
Was this to raise money for the family?
To help the family, basically. So I'd not fought, and I weren't with my gym anymore. We'd had a fallout, so I'd left. I weren't doing anything. So I contacted the local boxing gym, which is now Empire Boxing Gym with Richard Weldon. And I walked into a gym, 16.5 stone, unfit, and said, I've got a fight in 9 weeks. I've got 3.5 stone to lose. Can you help me? So it's dead strange.
What was the reaction like from that? Because you can't just leave that hanging there.
He just like sort of looked me up and down and went, well, we've got a lot of work to do. And we started, but I think Rich will back me up on this. He'd watched me at a bag, and he took me on the pads, he tightened me up, and he changed a few things with me. But he knew I'd got heart, and he also knew I could fight.
Had you lost much of the skill, the time? Was there a lot of ring rust there?
I think it was different because I'd done martial arts and the MMA, and I was like a sort of pro MMA fighter for 10 years. it was totally different to be a boxer. But I always used to love going in, when I was at the peak physique, I used to like going to the other side with the boxers. Jammer were coaching. I used to like going on the pads with Jammer, but it was different, stance was different, and just sort of how to...
There's more rules in boxing, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a bit of a strain, but I actually quite like the boxing, but because of the injuries and stuff I'd got on my knees, I couldn't do the MMA, and the next best thing was to do a boxing bout and help raise money for this family and to hopefully do something which would help somebody else.
Yeah.
Which is the sole thing with with this. But I had a mobility business at the time, so I actually had a shop. I was selling mobility equipment. But I was going to the pub on my dinner. I was going to the pub after I'd finished work. Bacon cobs every morning. Sammy, it sounds brilliant at the minute. So I'm thinking, what am I doing this for? But I was depressed, and I was also dealing with past issues, what I'd been through sort of other traumas. So it was weird how stepping into that boxing gym, the sacrifice, unfortunately, was it's crazy that someone lost their life.
Yeah.
But Phil losing his life, that put me onto this crazy journey that for the past 10 years, and I'll never forget that. And I think about him probably once, twice a week.
I think it's a great way to honour the man's memory as well. Like, as much as he's passed away, it's left some goodness in the world, and the stuff that you're spreading on to everybody who walks through the doors of this gym.
Massively, because he's like I say, he's realistically, this wouldn't be here if it wasn't for his passing, and it's horrendous. And the thought of it, his family and his friends, and it's just sad. It's very sad, but out of that sadness, there's so much positivity to come out of it.
Which is a great testament to the man, I think.
Yeah, unbelievably. Yeah.